What if I told you that the Force isn't just a fantasy? That right now, in our world, a secret Jedi Order is operating in the shadows? It sounds like something straight out of a movie, but let's imagine it. What would a modern-day Jedi Order actually look like? Forget ancient temples on distant planets. Think hidden training centers in the heart of our biggest cities, disguised as yoga studios or community centers. Imagine a Jedi Knight not in flowing robes, but in jeans and a hoodie, blending into the crowd on a busy subway. Their lightsabers, they probably wouldn't carry them openly. Maybe they're disguised as unassuming objects, or perhaps they've evolved beyond physical weapons, focusing purely on the mental and spiritual aspects of the Force. So, who would these modern Jedi be? They wouldn't be space wizards fighting Sith lords, they'd be peacekeepers, mediators, and protectors, working behind the scenes. Think about it, a Jedi negotiator diffusing a tense international crisis with a subtle mind trick, convincing world leaders to choose diplomacy over conflict. Or a Jedi healer working in an emergency room, using the Force to stabilize a patient when technology fails. They would be the quiet heroes in our midst. Their recruitment process would have to be incredibly discreet. They wouldn't just put out a job ad. They'd likely use the Force to sense potential candidates, individuals with a strong connection to the Force, a deep sense of empathy, and an unwavering moral compass. These could be anyone, a firefighter who always knows where to find trapped survivors, a teacher who can calm the most troubled classroom, or an activist who inspires millions with their words. They'd be approached quietly, offered a chance to learn, to become part of something greater than themselves. Their training would be a blend of ancient tradition and modern necessity. They'd still meditate and study Jedi philosophy, learning to control their emotions and connect with the living Force. But they'd also need to be tech-savvy. They'd have to navigate the digital world, fighting misinformation and cyber attacks just as skillfully as they'd deflect a blaster bolt. A Jedi's training might include coding and digital forensics alongside lightsaber combat forms, which would be practiced in secret, holographic training rooms. The Jedi Council wouldn't meet in a high tower on Coruscant. It would be a decentralized global network, a council of masters communicating through encrypted channels, making decisions that could affect the fate of nations. Their primary directive would be to maintain balance, not by fighting grand battles, but by making small, precise interventions, nudging events in the right direction, preventing disasters before they happen, and guiding humanity away from the path of self-destruct. But what about the dark side? It would still be a constant threat. In our world, the dark side wouldn't be about red lightsabers and black helmets. It would manifest as greed, corruption, hatred, and the lust for power. A modern Sith Lord might not be a cloaked figure, but a ruthless CEO, a manipulated politician, or a media mogul who spreads fear and division for personal gain. They would use their connection to the Force to exploit others, to amass wealth and influence, and to sow chaos. The conflict between the Jedi and the Sith would be a secret war fought in boardrooms, on the stock market, and across the internet. It would be a battle for hearts and minds. A Jedi might work to expose a corrupt corporation, while a Sith agent works to crash a global economy. This isn't a war of starships and armies. It's a subtle ongoing struggle for the soul of our planet. The Jedi would have to live a double life. By day, they are doctors, scientists, artists, and activists. By night, or in the moments in between, they are guardians of peace and justice. This secrecy would be their greatest protection and their heaviest burden. They couldn't reveal themselves because the world might not understand. They would be feared, hunted, and exploited by governments and corporations who would want to weaponize their power. Imagine the headlines: psychic cult discovered, or superpowered individuals must be registered. The Jedi know that revealing themselves would bring chaos, not peace. So, they remain in the shadows, guided by the Force. They are the anonymous benefactors who fund crucial scientific research. They are the unseen guardians who stop terrorist attacks before they happen. They are the quiet voices of reason in a world drowning in noise. They might even be using the Force to gently guide inventors towards clean energy solutions, or help ecologists discover ways to heal our damaged planet. Their existence would explain some of the unexplainable. Those moments of incredible luck, the near misses, the sudden strokes of genius that change the course of history. Could it be the subtle influence of a Jedi Knight, pushing things in the right direction? That gut feeling you have, that sense of right and wrong, could that be a faint echo of the Force, a connection we all share but only a few can truly master? Of course, this is all just a thought experiment, a fun what if. But it raises an interesting question. The Jedi philosophy is all about balance, compassion, and self-control. It's about fighting for what's right, even when it's hard. It's about being a light in the darkness, We may not have lightsabers or the ability to move objects with our minds, but we all have the capacity for good. We can all choose to be a force for positive change in the world. Maybe the real lesson here isn't about a secret order of space wizards. Maybe it's that the potential for a Jedi lives inside all of us. The power to be kind, to help others, to stand up against injustice, and to bring a little more balance to our own corners of the universe. So next time you see someone perform an incredible act of kindness or courage, just for a second, you might wonder, could they be one of them? Thanks for watching and exploring this idea with me. If you enjoyed this journey, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more explorations into your favorite fictional worlds. Let me know in the comments what you think a modern-day Jedi would do. Until next time, may the Force be with you.